First, step. Step is a price or demand. It's very too much, and the same with expensive. It's very unreasonable. Reasonable. Example: I think $7 for a drink is a bit steep, don't you? Second, mm, worth. Worth is a preposition. It means having a value in money. Example: I think my piano is worth about $700. Thirdly, return is um, the action of putting or sending something back. Example: Holly has arranged for the return of the stolen goods. Issues. Issue is example give something to somebody, especially officially. Example: my school issues thousands of health insurance each year. Emergencies. Emergencies is action that very serious or dangerous event or situation we need to deal with it. Need to deal with it. Example: my school have arranged for emergencies. Hang up to end the telephone conversation or switching the telephone up or putting the telephone receiver down. Example: when my husband say telephone with somebody, he looked like angry and he hang up immediately. Working is you do not arrange in advances, and where you do not need to arrange a time in advances. Example: a working interview. Fashion. You had to clothe or journey together the true part of something. Example: on to become clothes or journeys together. Example: when you drive a car, you had to fashion your seat belt. The route. Along a period of time when there is a little or not rain. Example: the writer one of the issues what with people had to find the solution. Conserve. Conserve conserve if you had to add a little of something as possible so that it lasts a long time. Example: you had to conserve energy for future generation. Resident is a person who live in a particular place or who has their home there. Example: you this resident where your family are living is in nearly school. Severe. Severe is extremely bad or serious. Uh, example, um, the storm caused the storm caused severe damage. 5. A sum of money you must to pay as a punishment for breaking a law or rule. Example, mm, you had to pay. She will ordered to pay $155 for parking fine plus cost. Imposed imposed is to introduce a new law, rule, a test to order that a rule punishment be used. Example. Mm, example. Um, especially a special test. Sometimes a special test is imposed on a foreign resident. Turn to move the control on a radio or television. Um, you had so that it receiver program broadcast from a particular station. Example: the radio was tuned, um, tuned for, to a classical station. Exhibit is an or object or a word of art to put in the public place. For example, a museum, so that everyone can see that. Example. Mm, Exhibit A is a hammer found next to the victim. Record to keep permanent permanent to keep a permanent account of facts or even by writing them down or filming them or putting them filming them filming them writing them in a computer. Example, he recorded that the operation was successful. Brochure. A brochure is a small magazine or book containing picture or information about something or advertising something. Example, a holiday brochure. Thanks.